land and the YouTube space, and my camera is on. I'm on and everything is set and prepared for my incoming, not only for incoming sessions, but for this particular session of tonight. I won't be ranting for too long, probably, because I made so bragging many minutes last time of my ramblings here was something. Just I perused that was kind of like not impeccable in all ways, but for the major part it was done pretty nicely and neatly packed. Those just excerpts of my speech were packed neatly to the entire thing, and the entire thing went not haywire, not awry. That went fine actually. And I tell you what, I was on my house pondering around the point what a pitch here for tonight, and I came up with some idea. The first part of my video probably will be dedicated to some math problems, or probably some other cool stuff that are scientifically related or slightly resembling scientific side of my life, not only of my life, but for it may be concerning to everyone else life who is also interested in science as I am, and probably if you're my counterpart over there will be just taking interest in what I'm doing here in the current moment of my life. So anyways, back to the track. That's kind of like preamble that I do in each of my videos here. I'm not thinking while I'm speaking, I'm just letting the words pull other words out of my mind. I see how they works automatically without intervening from my side, I should say, pretty nicely. I haven't thought in a while that I would be speaking like without caring about pulling out subsequent or any words at the current moment in which I'm speaking. I'm not be caring about. I didn't know that I wouldn't be caring about taking so many moments to pull out some words out of my mind. It goes just smoothly and almost automatically and almost impeccably. So I'm not bragging here, I'm not boasting or just sugarcoating something. I'm just talking to the very point at which I am now, at the current stage of my life. And so I'm losing my voice, I'm losing my American accent, or not my American, maybe British, maybe in the middle, like British and American. I don't know. Sometimes I want to have Native American ears to hear and to listen to how I sound while I'm speaking. And again, I sounded that stuff out to some colleague of mine. His name is Jack. I said, Jack, I want to be you to hear what I ramble here, how I'm sounding to your ears, to Native American ears. He hadn't come with some reply, and he just was smiling at me, and maybe it's out of respect, maybe not wanting to say anything, but just out of not wanting to say whatever, being weird, tired with my ramblings or whatever that stuff would be. Either way, I don't care. I mean, in a good way. If he's like, his American hat is good about me speaking, so why not then? And so no can do. I just speak. So whatever. The second part of my today's video shoot probably will be like, I don't know, some stuff related to subjects like math and those equations, and the second part probably would be like some colleague arrived back home. And let it be like the first part, as I've touched this point first, and let it just flow down the road and roll down the road. Let's get this ball rolling down the road, as they say in the United States of America. I guess they do. So the colleague arrived. His name is Andrew. He's back now home, and pretty safely and nicely. He was serving his mission in Great Britain, and I wanted to just kind of expose myself to the sessions of him speaking, and in order to just get the change that happened probably to him, and it happened actually. Some changes happened to his English, and he's not like, I didn't notice any difference. He'd been just previously speaking like, I don't know, like 2 years ago, and now just having him speaking in front of me, I didn't get some difference. I mean, he's impeccable. He's always good. Like that time, this time, and any other just times, he's just already there in British, American, English, whatever you would like to call it on your own. Do it yourself. I'm not gonna intervene into your deepest issues, whatever you'd like to put it. Just American, British. I'm good with all those just descriptions of my brilliant English, which I'm about to expand in my live track. So he's back. He was telling the story how he got in that position in the first place, how he served his mission, how he was getting through whole just a bunch of hardships and some troubles that happened to him during his mission serving there in Great Britain, getting new people, just getting new audiences, speaking in front of them, getting through hardships again, and overcoming those humps and roadblocks and sticking points and just stuff that goes along these lines, And he also shared a revelation kind of that he passed during his mission. He shared how some girl or woman changed. He was just, I don't know how the mental disorder is called. Presumably it's called like fear of getting out, like fear of getting new people, fear of getting out of your apartment, and I don't know, something phobia. I don't remember now its name. Thanks God I don't, because I don't want to keep in my mind names of some diseases and distresses, especially mental ones. And so the woman was around, it was like kind of like clear from his words, she was nearing his 60s or something, and he gave her several opportunities to shed that disease and to get rid of it, but in simple steps, like just letting her know he was there, serving just for her whatever she would want to, just do whatever he was good with, any just to help pieces probably would be given or not given by him, and he let her know he's around, he's good, he's kind, he's whatever she wants, and he's already on it, and stuff that goes along these lines, you know what I'm saying? And the miracle happened. Guess what? She turned to think a new way of thinking. Then she was ready almost to make her way out of her house, and finally she did. And why that happened in the first place was the fact that there was no like limitations and obligations. It's just a freedom of choice and the kind attitude around her that helped. And there was kind of prayers and deep stuff, mental just communication and a close cycle of friends and all that served together and gave that synergetic effect and on her in the first place, and that helped. She was like on her way of recovering, letting herself to go out out from her apartment. She finally did, and along with my friend Andrew. And then when he was telling his story, I felt on my own, like I felt kind of relief for her and for him for doing so. So the first part is gone. Let's move on to the second one. The second one is probably not going to be so emblematic and just revealing the first one. So the second one is I followed some footage recently, and that footage was around the scientific point relating to math. And the guy who was pitching the materials, he was like native British speaker or something of some unknown origin of Britain or even United States. His English was his kind of was muffled and low because of another rendering was superimposed on his speech, and that's why his voice was heard like muffled and low pitch and not of a low volume, and that's why I didn't get so much stuff about what he said, and I got like 80% of what's been said, but again, because of those soundtracks being laying on top of his voice, that was hard to grasp what he said. So I'm not just whining here, probably I do. So the guy solves math problems like some number like equals that part of math problem, like something plus something in a degree of something equals something, and he was able to make two-digit numbers like 87 and to express it in longer expression using simple number just from 0 to 9. And he was like, give me a number, give me a number, give me a number, and someone goes like like for example 86, and he writes down 86 number, and you see he writes down the equal sign, and he what he does further on, he does the sequence of numbers going like, let's represent this number using the the digit 3, for example, and he goes further on like 3 in a degree of 3 multiplied by 3, so many 3 fucking times equals minus 3 in a degree of 4, and stuff that goes along. It's longer, but using only number 3 to represent that previous number, like 86 or what I said. I forgot what I said. You get the point. I hope you do. And the whole problem that he got to that big number, wasn't able, excuse me, to express that longer number, like 18,582, for example. He wasn't able to express it in just using one simple like the digit like number like 7, because of that big problem of that number, called the problem of the number of 18,581, for example. I hope you got everything that I said, but he's very big about solving math problems and math equations, and he's like all the stuff that revolves and whirls around that from a scientific standpoint is all like very attractive to me, because I'm only learn when I feel and I kind of get something just the challenging to me, and I want to explore it on my own, and I get deeper and deeper and deeper in that stuff until I see it, and then I'm kind of contented about what's been done by me. So I hope you got everything out of what I said, and if it's been American, then I applaud myself to your tolerance, about you tolerating about this fucking me for this fucking long. My tongue is like stumbling right now. I'm slightly weary, slightly worn even out, and because of this cold came to our vicinities, and it's not even with snow, but nevertheless I'm like kind of I suffer today from this cold, and I will not want I wouldn't want to tolerate it for some longer period of time. I hope it disappears in few days or so. Thanks of weather prognosis sites, they kinda said that stuff would disappear very limited period of time. I'm all contented about that. Rex, your American along with me on Iran, do whatever you want in life. I say as any my video shoots here goes, I said almost the same stuff too, in order to practice, reiterate stuff repeatedly and saying that reiteratively, I get to the habit of speaking American, and so to you. So the same stuff, I want that stuff happen and will happen to you as soon as I'm involved and exposed to my American. And again, it's up to you what way to learn. You may go American way, native way, as I do. You may go by the book style of learning. This is lame. I've been there, I've done that, and I guess almost that I almost forgot what I wanted to say. Wake up, shoot for an alphabet, and everything's gonna be fine with that. I'll be on it. Pleasure. Bye. Rex, your adorable American.